everybody, welcome to Just Upright. My name is Doc Jean Ruder. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and I'm your foreign educated physical therapist guide to US application. So if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button, and you can also share this video on your social media platforms. Okay, so guys, applying to the US as a physical therapist, it's very complex, it's very overwhelming. There are so many steps that we as a foreign educated physical therapist have to go through in order for us to go from where we are, like in your own country, outside the US, or not having any working or immigrant visa, to working legally here in the US as a licensed physical therapist. So that's the reason why I have this YouTube channel to help the foreign educated physical therapists like myself to find the right path, okay, the correct way in order for you to apply here to the US and practice as a physical therapist. So it's still October 2023. If you're watching it currently, the master classes that I have online, the USPT Turbocharge specifically, that is a master class online that you can watch, that I discuss the step-by-step process to US application from start till end. This YouTube video is good, it's free, but you have to figure out which video to watch first, second, third, fourth, etc. But with the master class, you can sit down and watch the entire class, the video, okay, three and a half hours. And the video that you should watch is already laid down for you. You don't have to figure it out yourself. So it will save you tons of money from mistakes or any confusion or wrong beliefs that many foreign educated has, that usually causes a lot of delays and frustration. Okay, so check it out, because it's physical therapy month, so it's 50% off right now. So the link will be down below. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today, we're just going to see what is the current priority date. If you were filed by an employer with an immigrant visa, okay, so this is for physical therapists. Employers uses EB2 or employment-based type 2 or employment-based type 3, EB3 immigrant visa. Okay, so if your employer, if someone or agency filed for you for an immigrant visa, you have to know the priority date. The priority date is the date when the USCIS, or United States Immigration and Citizenship Services, acknowledge that they receive the application by your employer on your behalf. Okay, so you have to know your priority date, and every month there is a visa bulletin. Okay, and you can check whether it is current or not. You can check whether you are within the applicants that they are being processed. Okay, so we're going to check today the visa bulletin for November 2023. Okay, coming right up. Here in the USCIS, okay, this is the travel.state.gov, United States Department of State, Bureau of Consular Affairs. Okay, so this is where you're going to see the visa bulletin. Okay, so this is the visa bulletin for November 2023. Okay, so if you go down here, you can see there is like a family sponsored, family-based petition. Okay, now you have to go down here. This is the employment base. Okay, so as you can see, this is the employment based preferences. Okay, so there are 5 at least here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 preferences. But for physical therapists, usually the employer can file you with, if you have an advanced degree, a master's degree, a doctor of physical therapy degree, they can file you under EB2 or second preference, okay? Employment-based second preference. And for other physical therapists, skilled workers, professionals, it's EB3 or third preference, employment-based third preference. So if you go here, this is the final action dates for employment-based preference cases. So as you can see here, so our concern will only be here, the second and third preference. So this is the EB2 and EB3, okay? As of right now, as you can see, you cannot see any 2023, okay? You cannot see 2023. So this is what we call retrogression. So what is visa retrogression? So this is from USCIS, okay? Official website. So visa retrogression means here, Congress sets limits on the number of immigrant visas that can be issued each year. In order to adjust status to that of legal permanent resident, an immigrant visa must be available to the applicant both at the time of filing and at the time of adjudication. The Department of State publishes a monthly visa bulletin which lists the cut-off dates that govern visa availability. Therefore, the monthly visa bulletin determines which applicants are eligible to file for adjustment of status, as well as which applicants are eligible for a grant of permanent resident status. Applicants who have a priority date earlier than the cut-off date published in the most current visa bulletin are eligible to apply for permanent residence. Okay, so that is visa retrogression. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go back to the visa bulletin. Okay, so for the Philippines, for example, here we are retrogressed. So the date that they are processing right now is July 15, 2022. Okay, so this is more than a year behind. Okay, so if your priority date is before or on July 15, 2022, they are processing it now. Okay, but if your priority date, if your employer filed you with an immigrant visa and you have the notice of receipt from the USCIS and the date is, for example, August 2022, they are not processing it right now. Okay, anything past July 15, 2022, they're not processing it right now. So the same for Mexico, it's 15th of July 2022. For India, this is like a bad news for India for immigrant visa because this is like 11 years behind. Okay, so they're processing January 1st, 2012. Okay, for China, it's like 4 years behind, October 1st to 2019, and all other areas other than listed here is July 15, 2022, the same for Mexico and the Philippines. For EB3, okay, employment-based category 3, so for the Philippines, Mexico, and all other countries, it's the same, 1st of December 2021, almost 2 years behind. India is May 1, 2012. China is January 1st, 2020. All right, guys, so don't lose hope. There is a visa bulletin every month, and every month this changes. So next month it could be current, okay? You just never know when it will change. So keep your eye on the visa bulletin. You can Google it out, visa bulletin, and then the month and the year, and you can see whether your priority date is being processed or not. Okay, so if there is retrogression, maybe you can talk to the employer, and if they will be open for them to file you with a working visa next year. Okay, so it's not too early to discuss this with your employer. You can tell them that it's retrogression. I saw on the computer, internet, the visa bulletin is in retrogression. Is it possible for you to petition me with a working visa next year? So the filing for the working visa will start March. Okay, so you have to be proactive about that. Okay, discuss the options with your employer. Okay, so with my personal case, I was filed with an immigrant visa, but the retrogression kept on happening, and my priority date never come to be a current. So I had to find another employer who can petition me with a working visa. Okay, because that immigrant visa just did not work for me during my time. Okay. So I was petitioned with a working visa. So there are pros and cons working visa, because working visa is the most sought after visa, the H-1B visa. So there are 400,000 or more filing, and there's also only a quota of 60,000 per year. So they have a lottery system, but they are continually changing and updating the process. So be mindful of that. We're hoping and praying that the quota will increase, because since it's very in demand, also with the IT, industry using this kind of visa as well. So hopefully the Congress, the lawmakers will increase the quota, because there are so many foreign educated physical therapists who are hoping to be approved with a working visa. Because if the working visa if you get picked in the lottery, and your employer did everything right, a working visa is faster than an immigrant visa. But of course, again, there are pros and cons, because a working visa expire in 3 years. You have to renew it another 3 years. An immigrant visa, you are already an immigrant when you come here, instead of a non-immigrant, which is a working visa. Okay, so if you need more information about the timeline for immigrant visa, the timeline for a working visa, I have videos that I can put the link here. Okay, and you can watch them, and I discuss the timeline and the processing for working visa and immigrant visa. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you have any other video suggestion, let me know what you think. Also about this video, comment below. Again, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to share this video through email or your social media platform. I appreciate all the kind words that you are sending me, and I appreciate all you watching the channel and supporting the channel. Until the next video, stay blessed.